Hello friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a hot while since I did a long form video, but today I want to show you how to do a color wheel gradient using the new Holo Taco Pastel and Don't Tell collection. So starting off, I'm going to clean the nail bed here by removing excess oils or any debris that it might have. I'm going to be using my cleanup brush here with some acetone and just going all over the nail bed. I do this because I feel that the nail polish kind of adheres better and stays on longer when my nails don't have extra stuff going on, you know. Also, a little disclaimer here, I am using my non-dominant hand to do this design. I typically save my more intricate designs on my left hand so my dominant hand can work with it better and tweak it better, you know, but this time I'm using my non-dominant hand to paint my dominant hand. So let's have fun. For my base coat, I'm going to go in with the Holo Taco's long-lasting base coat. Typically, I use a peel-off base coat for my nail designs because I change my nails very often. However, since we are applying an ombre / gradient design, with the peel-off base coat, there is a high chance of it lifting as we continue to dab on our pattern. So a regular base coat is highly recommended for this type of design. So here I am applying a white polish underneath. The reason being is because I find that with doing gradients or ombres, the pattern shows up better and you require less dabs of the polish in order for it to show. You don't have to worry about having a perfect solid white base as it's going to be covered. So I want to take a moment to talk about sponges and potentially go on a little rant here about this one specifically. This one is the sponge from Holo Taco, and as you can see here, it is very firm. I have to press kind of hard on it in order for it to fully cover my nail. It just wouldn't abide by the curvature of my nail, so it was a very difficult tool to use specifically for me. I also found that in dabbing it would lift the colors off and create a very patchy pattern going on and resulted in me doing more dabs. So not my favorite, but this one right here, this one I found on Amazon. Is your standard mill sponge that you could find. However, this one is amazing. It is the perfect firmness, it's the perfect looseness, it's squishy enough where it could contort to my nail curvature, you know, so I don't have to force the dabbing or the pattern onto my nail. It's just an overall very happy medium. As you can see, that's the sponge I use for my other nails there, and it's just perfect in every way. So typically doing gradient / ombre nail designs, they can get very messy, and so I prefer using a latex peel protector so polish doesn't get on my actual finger, and it lessens the cleanup time that I need for these types of looks. As you can see here, I'm also going really low, kind of close to the ring even, and the reason for that is because you never know, and I'd rather play it safe. Polish can get in any location at any moment. It's crazy. And then another pro tip I would say is apply your latex protection thick. The thicker it is, the easier it will be to remove. If it's too thin, then it could tear and it doesn't come out in one go. And then of course, get under your nail as well. Surprisingly, nail polish does get in every nook and cranny. If you are allergic to latex, I highly recommend you looking for an alternative such as tape or Elmer's glue, but I am not a professional. I don't know if those contain latex or are sensitive to your skin. So another little tip or trick is I'm gonna measure out how far or how deep my nail goes in or on the sponge. And once I figure that out, I'm gonna grab a little pencil here and just kind of draw a line. This is for me to kind of know where I should apply the polish, how far in I need a dab for the design. So now that I have my little guideline for how far in my nail actually goes on the sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my polish into the pattern that I want. In this case, I'm going in a circular motion to create kind of a color wheel effect and hopefully show all the polishes of the Pastel and Don't Tell collection here. But You can do whatever design you want. If you just want a linear, just lines kind of thing, go for it. If you want to attempt to do the like Korean blush or the aurora or aura nail designs, go for it. You know, there's so many possibilities that you can do with sponging polish onto your nail, and it's just overall a great experience. So definitely do what your heart desires here. With the polisher sole on the sponge, it's now for the first dabbing. The dab here is just to get a gauge of like how the pattern looks and if I want to adjust the colors in a certain position. But to me this looks fine, so now I'm going to go back in and reapply the polish there. So here I am going with the blue, and as you can see I kind of caked it on, and when that happens you don't want to actually directly apply that to the nail because then it's just going to gloop on and potentially ruin the already stamped ones. So what I like to do is repurpose the pieces that I cut off by dabbing the access polish onto it, and then it's ready for me to go back onto my nail. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue applying this pattern on. Again, it's just a rinse and repeat of like continue to dab, get more polish onto the sponge, dab again until you're completely satisfied with how the thing looks. I wanted to show you all this little hiccup, I guess, where I thought I was done. I thought I liked the pattern that it was on. I thought I liked how it was gradient and stuff. I was wrong. I was completely unsatisfied. So what I ended up doing is reapplying a barrier of the latex peel and continuing to dab probably 2 more times, and that gave me the results that I actually wanted. And here it is. This is the actual result that I wanted. As you can see, it's a little bit more kind of hazy, blended out, and it's not so like crisp like the other one that I just showed. So now I can officially remove the peel with my tweezers here. I find that so much easier, and you got to be careful still with removing the peel. You don't want it to get on your actual design and somehow ruin it. So now I'm going to go in with a little toothpick dipped in acetone so it can crispen up the line near the cuticle area and allow me to further clean it better, you know. But after that, it's just a matter of waiting for the design to fully dry and applying a top coat. You don't want to apply top coat when it's still kind of wet, or else it will smudge. Now that my design is completely dried, I'm going in with Holo Taco Super Glossy Taco, and I'm going to be careful here still and how much pressure I'm applying when doing the top coat, because I don't want to accidentally smear it. Remember, polish underneath still gets wet after applying another coat of polish, so there's the danger of over brushing or brushing too hard. Here are the final results of our hard work. I really love how these turned out. I think the colors are blended in nicely and it almost looks like they're glowing, very dreamy. I especially love how the colors look on my skin tone. They're very vibrant, making me ready for the spring and summer season to come. Not sure which will come first, but I am thinking of doing a swatch and review of the Pastel and Don't Tell collection. If I did already, I'll pin it up in the corner here. Hopefully you got a few tips and tricks from this. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know down below. Don't forget to follow me on my other socials. I'm more active on Instagram. With that, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!